Hello, and welcome to Queen's Crafts by Bridget. I'm Bridget. Thank you for joining me today. Whether you're new here or you've been around since my very beginning, I truly appreciate you coming by to spend some time with me. If you're looking for me anywhere else on the internet, you can find me on my Facebook group page. You can reach me directly at my email address, or I do have a Discord, which I will make available if you contact me. For our Cauldron winners last video, we have Jenny C., Mary's Fiber Creations, and Melanie J. Congratulations. I will put you in the cauldron as soon as we turn off the video. Today I have a multitude of reasons to come in and talk to you. I have started and finished a crochet project. I've started another crochet project. I've done some dyeing. I have a few bags done. A little bit of happy mail that I've already opened, and a few acquisitions. I think that's it. Let's get into it. First off, I'll show you the happy mail that I got. Now, this was for my birthday, and it was purchased from my Amazon wish list. And Miss Sarah Nickel was a sweet lady that sent this to me, and she has a channel. I will put her down in the description box below. She sent me this book, and then she sent me, I believe it was 6 tea balls, and each one has a different crystal on the end for your loose leaf teas. I debated with myself whether I should show this or not, as I know many of my viewers have very strong beliefs, and they are different than mine. So I generally don't talk about this side of me on the channel, although I have mentioned it. But I thought it is part of who I am, and anybody that is not going to stay and remain friends and stay subscribed on my channel because I believe in this stuff, well, then that is up to them. This is who I am. So I decided I was going to share it. And I appreciate Miss Sarah for sending it to me. So I decided that she deserved a public thank you, because I've already thanked her. She actually contacted me and said, hey, go check your mailbox. I'm like, huh? My mail don't get here till like 9 o'clock at night, if it comes. But, so I was able to thank her directly right away. But I wanted to give her a thank you this way and show how much I appreciated this. I've actually got some loose leaf teas on the way so I can try a recipe or two. And I also got some loose leaf of my very favorite tea so I can just enjoy a nice cup of tea with a very beautiful tea ball. Thank you very much, Sarah. And I will have her link down below in the description box if you guys would like to go and check her out. Don't fall. There we go. Okay, on top of the pile, we did some dyeing of fiber last night. Now, I braided these up. I can unbraid them. But I'll show you the braid first. I liked how the last one turned out with the yellow and green and blues mix. This time, my blues broke. Well, this one was actually a purple and it broke. And this one was actually a really dark blue and it broke. So, probably not going to buy that color again or that brand again because it broke a lot. But I'm not upset with how the braid looks. I think it's absolutely beautiful. And I think that this is going to turn out to be even more beautiful once I turn it into yarn. And then we have this one. This one I did little spots of color here and there. I did pinks and blues and purples. As you know, that's my favorite combination of colors. My favorite bright and neutral is pink and gray, but my favorite combination of bright tones is the blues and the pinks, which create the purples. And isn't that gorgeous? This one, I'm so looking forward to seeing how this turns out. in the spin because I literally had blotches all over the place. I will insert a picture here of both fibers as they were dyeing. And then I showed you that I had got some more of the kitty cat fabric. I have finished the bags with those. I have a couple of them that will be leaving the house tomorrow. Well, I finished other than the finishing work. I got to put the snaps on yet, and I got to put the drawstring in. But these are the glow-in-the-dark kitty cats. We have one of these bags available, and I have 2 of these bags available, and I do have more of this fabric if you were to want something other than one of these 2 styles. Let's see, we'll go with acquisitions. That one you guys aren't going to be interested in. This one here, I haven't even opened it yet. Well, I've opened it, I just haven't opened it. This one here is a cutter for your threads. You put the flower in the holder and you put the razor blade in here, and then you can drop your threads so that the razor blade can cut them. That way I don't have to pick up a scissors every time I need to cut a piece of thread in between 2 pieces that I've just sewed. Because I don't like to waste thread, so I don't cut off every time. I think they call it laddering, where I just move my fabric up just a wee bit and I start the next one. So there's about a piece of thread about yay long in between each sewn piece as I'm piecing things together. So now I will have something that I can just drop and cut. That's awesome. And it's pretty. I also got myself a 3-pack of the snips because lately my hand has been really hurting. Well, not my whole hand, the top knuckles. And so that'll be great for snipping some threads or snipping some yarn, whichever it may be. But now back in, well, goodness sakes. There we go. And I decided, not that I have don't have enough hobbies already. I thought for a couple bucks I would give this a go. It is a shuttle so that I can learn to tat. I have been very interested in tatting, well, ever since I've learned that tatting was a thing. It just looks really awesome. And, I'll give it a go. See how, if it's any fun. It was only $2.99 at Hobby Lobby. So if I don't like it or if I'm not any good at it, I haven't really wasted anything. And I already have thread around here. Okay, and then for started and completed, the other day the king had a doctor's appointment and the dress is getting too big and cumbersome to take in and out of the house with me unless I'm going to be sitting and working for a good amount of time. Like if he had another surgery or something, I could take it along, but just a doctor's appointment is too much. So I grabbed 2 cakes of yarn. Obviously, I knew I wasn't going to use up 2 cakes in the doctor's appointment, but I grabbed them because I knew that I would have them together. And a friend of mine recently, this week, actually said that she was needing something to display or hang her stitch markers on. Well, she's got far too many stitch markers for a stitch marker tree. She really enjoys her stitch markers. You might know who my friend is. And if you do know who my friend is and you drop it down in the comments, you will get an entry into the cauldron. Outside of the 3 people that normally get in the cauldron. So, your clues are, it's someone of my friends. So obviously I talk about her all the time. And she needs something to display her stitch markers on. Now, if you know who that friend is, drop her name and you will have an entry into the cauldron for the month. But anyways, enough about that. I started this when I was at the doctor's appointment with him. No pattern. This is just what I decided to do. I had a hook and I had some yarn, and that's what, And I went all the way through the ball. And then it was time. It ended on the gray. And then the other ball was actually in the exact same color sequence and started the exact same spot. So what I did, instead of doing a repeat, I did it backwards. So on this part, I started from the center and worked my way out. And then on the last part of the shawl, I worked from the outside of the ball out to the center. And I used up every single bit of 2 5-ounce cakes. Well, every single bit. I have a teeny tiny little ball left. That is it. Sorry, I had to grab. I forgot to bring it with me. The yarn I used was Sweet Roll Sprinkles. It's 245 yards or 224 meters, 5 ounces or 140 grams. It's a number 4 medium. They call for a 5.5 millimeter crochet hook or knitting needle. I used a 5 millimeter. I wanted just a little bit more stiff of a fabric, being that she's going to be hanging stitch markers off of it. And granted, a single stitch marker does not weigh that much, but when you do something like I have on my green shawl back here, it does get quite heavy. So I wanted a nice stiff stitch for her. So that's what I chose to do. This is a machine wash and tumble dry. It says tumble dry, okay. But you may not iron, you may not bleach it, and you can dry clean it on P. The cozie, its premier yarns color is Periwinkle Sprinkle, and it is the premier Sweet Rolls Sprinkles. There we go. And I used 2 of those. It does go my entire wingspan. I am a 5'2". Now, if this was going to be a shawl for her, it would be way too small for her because she is much taller than I am. That could be another clue. So, I'm going to send this off to her. You may see it, you may not. That is up to her. My gifts never ever come with a video clause. So, I'm going to send that off to her so she has something to display her stitch markers on. And blue is one of her favorite colors. Well then, that was the day before yesterday that I did that. And I started and finished that shawl all in one day. On Tuesdays, we have a craft night with the girls, myself and a few other ladies. And I took that in with me, and as we were chit-chatting, I kept on working. About to lose my stitch. And finished it off before we finished speaking. Now, this one here is similar, but not exactly the same as in the stitching. And this one has absolutely no destination in mind. I literally just grabbed something because I figured, hey, another stash down project. I'll make I can partake in Jax's shawl hugs thing. I got her to look up what she calls that. If you don't know who Jax is, she's Creation by Jax. And she has a thing where she sends hugs. And her hugs are shawls. I was a lucky recipient of one of those hugs. And get a quick hug from her shawl that I'm sending her before she puts her lovely stitch markers on it. And this one here will just hang around until it finds someone, that needs a good hug and enjoys these colors. Now this one here, here's the rest of the colors. We got pink going into purple, well, it's like a pinky purple, and then more of a bluey purple into a blue, a lighter blue, a blue green, and a pastel-y teal, and then back into a purple. This is Mandala Sprinkles, 3.5 ounces, 100 grams. It's a number 3 weight. And this one's name is Draco. And again, I am using a 5mm hook, even though this one's a number 3 weight, because this one's intended to be a shawl as of right now. So I don't, it can be a little more floofy, although it's going to need a good blocking when it's done. But I am really enjoying the way that is working up. And again, no pattern. I started out with 3 double crochets, a chain 1, 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets, chain 1, 3 double crochets. And then I did 3 doubles in the first double of the last round. Chained 1, skipped 1. Chained 1, skipped 1. And then chained 1, skipped 1, and then I chained 1, did 3 doubles, chain 2, 3 doubles, chain 1, skip 1, all the way till the last stitch where I did 3 doubles, and you just repeat that second round over and over and over again, and this is what you get. If you wanted to know this one, the difference is this one here, I did 3 doubles, chain 2, 3 doubles. So then when I came to the next row, I did 3 doubles in the first stitch, chained 1, skipped 1, 3 doubles. Chained 1, skipped 1. I did 1 double in the last stitch, and then 2 doubles in the chain 2 stitch. Chain 2, 2 doubles in the chain 2 stitch, and then 1 double in the very first stitch of the 3 below. Chained 1, and then 3 doubles in the last, and then just repeated that over and over again. 3 doubles in the first, chain 1, skip 1, chain 1, skip 1, chain 1, 1 double in the last stitch, 2 in the chain 2, chain 2, 2 in the chain 2, double in the last stitch, chain 1, double in the first, chain 1, double in the last, chain 1, and 3 doubles. You just repeat that over and over and over again, and you get this beautiful shawl. A Mama G's unconventional tutorial. Sorry, Mama G. I just love when you do stuff like that. So that's just what made me think of that. Anyways, okay. I think that's finally everything. I know that's a lot for one video. And I'm a little bit all over the place. I have just one more thing to get out of the house, and then everything is taken care of as far as orders and all that kind of fun stuff. So that's putting me in a good place. Hopefully I'll get a chance to get a skirt or 2 done this week, because I sure could use something else to wear. I'm very bored with my wardrobe right now. But we will take care of that in due time. And I absolutely love making bags, so there's definitely not a complaint. All right. We need to name her. If you have any ideas, feel free to drop them in the description box below. I have an idea, but the name that I want is taken. The name that I want to use, a friend of mine is using for her spinning wheel. And I don't want her to think that I'm copycatting her, so I'm going to have a talk with her and see what she thinks about it. I know that sounds silly because I can use whatever name I want to, but she's my friend, and I love her, and I want to talk to her about it before I do it. Anyways, my mind is not closed yet, so if you have any cool queen or princess type names, please do drop them down in the description box below. I would love to hear what you have in mind. And until next time, I truly hope that you are crafting your happiness. And bye for now.